at midnight, and he will kill you. You will die.
Well, hello, you beautiful people. My name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, and welcome to another Darachat. I know, I've got to figure out how to do gotta figure out how to do my openings better because I'm not that great at it. To be honest, openings for me are sort of like, "Hey, this bobbity boop, bobbity beep, bop bow," and that sort of stuff, and then it's just like, I think I did that wrong. But anyway, welcome to Darachat. Darachat, for those of you who are new or watching and don't know, Darachat is a free flowing conversational show, and that's the best way to describe it, right? Like, you know, I've tried like another way. I've tried another way of describing it, as in sort of akin to the improvisational bit of Who's Line and the Craig Ferguson show. I've done that a monument amount of times. However, jeez, you know, when you work a full time job and you come up for the screen, and then all of a sudden the body stuff starts to happen, and you're like, "Oh, hold on, guys, hold on." No, uh, but anyway, I'm glad for anyone to be here because again, if nobody had, if you knew or whatever, my guest was not feeling well, so they were not able to come today. Unfortunately, um, it is as it is, right? I can't control people, whether they feel good or not, or whether they feel ready to come out or not. It is what it is. But at the end of it, I am here. Usually, I just do, if it's by myself, I usually just do an hour of just smack talking a lot of people. Smack talk this person, smack talk that person. I smack talk a bunch of people. At the end of the show, I've smacked myself in the face. I've smack talked myself. I've smack talked myself. That's not a good thing. Um, but yeah, I usually don't carry a tune that long when it's by myself. Oh, what up? First one in the chat. Hello, good sir. Um, but yeah, I certainly, I certainly don't know if my opening is good or bad. But anyway, regardless, I do try. And of course, the since the guests couldn't come because they weren't feeling well, uh, the title of this is many people, many faces, and I sort of wanted to go over a bit of the 100 different people I've had on. Yeah, I know it's to some that's not a lot, right? Like, oh, you had 100 people. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hey, wait to get back to me when you get like 1,000 people on. Ooh, ah. I'm just like the first 100. Can you please give me a break? Jeez. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd go over at least some of the people I've had on. I might just do the short stuff because that's where it's just a little easier to chomp on, as they will. If I were to try to do a whole stream in a stream, that gets too meta. I'm not gonna try to do that. But yeah, it's been 100th person. Last Friday, yeah, 23rd. Yeah, last Friday was 100th person, and to say I thought I'd get to this point. I really didn't. I really didn't. As I've said many times before, I didn't even think I'd be doing this. To be honest, talking to people online, looking at people and saying, "Yo, what up?" or being the or what's how you doing? Oh, friends. Um, and getting the opportunity to just speak to whoever wants to speak, because obviously there are a lot of people out there who want to say something, good or bad. Obviously, we all have our moments. Um, yeah, okay. Well, Blip Blop's not here, so unless Blip Blop's here himself, I'll condense it to someone who's uh, probably asking it in his favor. Um, but oh, what was that? But yeah, the oh, but the but having 100 different people on, I just never seen content creators do that. They usually have to let's see, there's 52 weeks in a year, and usually sometimes they may have a guest once a week, which means it's 52 different people, so probably around 2ish years um that they have somebody on, or they maybe have someone new once or twice a week. It varies from the content creator I've seen all over. But to have that opportunity to talk to 100 different people, and some of them continue to come back, and others do not. I just say it's a bonus. It's a gift unto itself, and yeah, I really appreciate when people say yes. Although I've had one say yes and didn't show. I had one say yes, didn't show, but then told me because of where they're at in because they were from South Africa, and their explanation was that their internet went out and it had been out for a long time. Of course, it's South Africa, so I'm inclined to believe that more because, dear goodness, jeez, South Africa. Yeah, sure you are. Hey, when you get your star in Hollywood, you let me know. All right, all right. Gee, I'm not even a movie star, and I don't see no Hollywood star. Uh, but what is it? But yeah, 100 different people, 100 different ways to view something or see something similar, different. It is what it is. But I'm grateful for all of it. So I did say I was gonna. So let me bring up my 1 second. So let's go see. Oh, there we go. Let's do the first short I ever did, and that is with Sammy C. Sammy C was my first guest, or not my first guest. He was the first short I made, but my first guest was Zora, and we'll kind of look at that one a bit. But let's look at my first short with. I gotta get there first. No, hey, stop. Why am I not hearing anything? Oh, there's no sound. Duh. Okay. Here's the first short. Oh, okay. So this is the first short I had that I put up. This is with Sammy C, and he's a pretty cool guy. He, as far as I know, he has been streaming for a while, which he was, but he supposedly is coming back. But I know whenever I stream with him, he must have been living with his parents' house, whatever. And so when he got a little too loud, he had to be told to shut up. So yeah, fun times. All right, here we go.
Like hundreds of bucks. Unfortunately, I don't have $10,000, or I'm not that rich. But since I see the the possibility of what Rumble can be and all this stuff, I figure once a week I'll just give a little back, give a like, and then kind of just like some fame time. And sometimes they don't always respond, which is fine. I'm not I'm not too worried about that because it's always been a thing. Like I give a little. A $2 or whatever, and then a like, and then I always find that people follow back, and it's like it's never expected, but it's always a surprise. And again, my thing is like I do these conversation things, and follows, likes, and donos, they're all just the bonus to the more ultimate goal. It gave like hundreds.
Yeah, and it was he's coming back. Oh, that's great. Yeah, he said he did DM me once on Twitter X saying he was going to come back. It's just a when feature. Because yeah, that's great. I'm glad he's doing all right. I know he did, like I said, I know he DM'd me, but that was only the one time. So we'll see. I know there was a story about he got kicked out of his parents' house or something like that, or he left his parents' house. But yeah, he's yeah, it's been a while, man. I hope I hope to see him sometime. Let me go find another. Let's see. Oh yes, and of course, my first time on with Heck and the Y. This is one of our shorts from it, and they were pretty. It's a father-daughter duo, and they're pretty awesome. Let's see. Okay, all right, got it. All right, starting from the beginning. His stepdad didn't like that he was being loud at night. Yeah, I kind of figured because the one time I had him on, he got told off. And no, the second time I had him on too, no. Yeah, the first time I had him on, he was told off. The second time I wasn't too sure. But yeah, his stepdad, yeah, I see. Hey, Alaska Man Jeff, how are you? I'm just going over some, well, they're shorts, obviously, but they're shorts of people I've had on. And I might go through some streams of other people too, but I'm just kind of going over some of the 100 people I've had on because why not? Why not celebrate the 100 different? I'm not gonna be able to get everyone on, unfortunately. That'd be too much. But yeah, why not give credence to the people who've come on and kind of helped along the way? Now, I've not made a short of everyone's stream. Dear Lord, it's going to take me a long time, but here's just a few highlights of some people. So let's go to this one. This one is from father-daughter duo Heck in the Y. And they're pretty awesome. I hope to have them on again sometime, but it's been a while. They've been busy with stuff, so it's okay. All right.
Well, the first time we streamed it felt so weird to me because what I wanted to do was I wanted to go downstairs and watch it, but I couldn't because I'm the one making the scoot over. I'm the one making the content, and it just felt so weird. And you know, some people see gaming as like a waste of time and stuff, but if you watch all our videos in order from the first to our newest, you can see both of our growths. I started out not being able to game like on my own, especially not in frustrating parts. And I have a low frustration tolerance. So if I got too frustrated, I would break down.
Yeah, and that's true. Her yeah, it was true because her dad, Ravendove, he had asked me to use this short for his own, and I believe he, what was that? Stop sharing. Hold on. He did show a little bit of times where she would break down or get frustrated, and she'd just break down from all that frustration, and you know, for her, it was a journey for both of them, really. I mean, they're still playing games and stuff, but you know, she is still in school, obviously. But no, that was pretty awesome to have him on, and yeah, I look forward to having him on again. And of course, you know, I've seen him, Squab, who's the daughter, and then his wife, something crafter, something crafter, something like that. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, it was fun to have them on, and let's see if I can't go after another one. Let's see. I've already had them. How about? Oh, that's right. I got one with Pudge. Here you go. This is the first time I had Pudge on. Hold on, let me get it up. Okay, this is the first time I had Pudge on. Let me get it. And it was pretty awesome. Oh, nope.
It's a line of.
Okay, so this is the first time I had Pudge on, and it was from my first stream with him, and he was on one of my Pay It Forward streams as well, and that was pretty awesome. So anyway, this is from the first stream I had on with him. It's just a snippet.
You own nothing and we'll be happy. Now,
yeah.
I understand the thinking behind that part, but I just want to take off the last part. The you will be happy, or whatever. I just want to focus on the you own nothing part. For as long as I've heard people say that, I've always been sort of thinking about what do they mean by you own nothing. Well, then I go back and I think about, well, because our lifespans are so short, and we can't really take anything with us. Wouldn't that line make sense? Because we don't really own anything. We're just borrowing it until the end of it, or we pass it on or whatever, depending on like CDs or whatever, just depending on what one passes on. I've always I don't agree with its use and say what the WEF wants, but when you stop and think about you own nothing, and then think about, well, I can't take anything with me when I go. It's not a line of.
So yeah, that was for my first one with Pudge, and that's it's part of a longer stream. So that's not the only thing we talked about. But going to shorts is a bit easier, and just trying to find bits and pieces of going on with them and stuff. And so, but yeah, that was my first stream with him. Hopefully I can get him back on again, because he knows what he's doing. He's a when I had talked to him, he had talked about how his main job before he'd done the streaming stuff was social media stuff. So he knows the social media aspect of it pretty well, because he did that for work. Or he did that for work a long while before he did the Rumble stuff. So he knows a bit about the social media stuff. Doesn't mean he'll be like the greatest in the world, but he does know a bit of how it works. So yeah, things I can remember. Things I can't remember. So this next one is, of course, of one of my all-time favorites. One of my favorite people is, of course, this right here, the lovely but okay. Let's see, where is that? All right, here we go. So this one is my first stream with Darachat. Now I don't think I've invited him back for a stream yet. So I did invite him back for Dara's Hangout Den. That I do remember. But this was the first stream we did together. And in this short, I believe he's talking about what inspired him to be to do streaming and stuff, because he does security for his job. I mean, he has a full-time job. So anyway, let's get into it.
Okay.
Bob, Wade, and Markiplier were all doing Gmod prop hunt.
Right. Yeah.
And then they were cracking jokes, and I was like, that's stand-up comedy. I was like, holy crap, he's doing stand-up comedy from home. And then it just like lightning bolt in my head. I can do that. So I ended up trying to do that, failing over and over and over and over and over and over.
Right.
I didn't know what OBS was at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I had to learn OBS. I taught myself OBS. I taught myself graphic design. I taught myself sound engineering. I had at the time, my brother-in-law Nick was in the he probably still is in the Air Force. He's a lifer for sure.
Right.
And he did sound for the Air Force. Like they have like air base audio shows and stuff, like radio.
Right.
He worked on that. So he gave me tips on how to improve my audio.
Okay.
And he's a pretty cool dude. Prop hunt would be funny to see. Yeah, and he's talking about prop hunt that he'd watch Markiplier, Wade, and all them stuff. That's why he got into the streaming part, because like he said, stand-up comedy and whatnot. And but yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. He and Zio are the double trouble, if you will. Him and Zio are the double trouble, and it's hilarious. And it's always fun when I can have them on. I did have them on together for a Pay It Forward stream. And I believe that's the one that Meg... I believe it was the one that Meg came on. And I thought, just to be clear about things, I thought she was going to come at 8 because, I never know if people will gel together or not. So I wanted to keep them separate, and then they would leave and she would come on. But it didn't turn out that way. She kind of jumped on to the band, kind of jumped at the beginning. And as you saw that stream, we kind of had a fun time together, and it was great. And once the Pay It Forward stream part was done, we just went to a sort of chatting stream, and that's what kind of inspired my idea to have Dara's Hangout Den, because it's a once in a month thing where different people I've had on, not just content creators, but different people I've had on, come on, and they just kind of cross over. They kind of cross pollinate, if you will, and just have a fun time all around, because we can have a fun time and just have a conversation with each other instead of yelling and screaming and beating up each other upside the head with a bunch of sticks or whatnot. Let's see what no, that's oh yeah. Wait, is that? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So the next person I'd like to show is one of the big ones probably one of the few people who's come on the most, and that is Jack Tyler. Dirty Mike. Dirty Mike. I don't know who he is, but I'll give him a look up after. But yeah, why is it still back? What was that? But yeah, I was he's probably been one of the few people that's been on the most, Jack Tarlad, and he's a really great guy, and I always enjoy having him back on. So let's see which one I can have him back on. So this, I can't remember which stream this was from, but as always, Jack Tarlad is one of a kind, and let's get on with it. There we go. And so this is from a part of it. I can't remember which stream because he's been on like 8 different times, so I can't remember which stream this is from. Darachat, welcome to Jack Tarlad. Okay, so that must have been the first one. Okay.
It's not everyone, but there are groups of people who are trying within their fields to create the rules that provide for everyone that will help humans stay place, like with nuclear. If we didn't learn from the past of when Oppenheimer was doing all this stuff and all the people who mishandled to some category, then we wouldn't be here with nuclear reactors. There would be no nuclear reactors. If no one learned from Chernobyl, then we would have no nuclear reactors going.
The amount of safety precautions that were brought in for nuclear reactors after Chernobyl and after Fukushima, like it's a health and safety sort of field day.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Health and safety executives were like pinching their fucking nipples when that sort of thing happened.
Again, it's
hey, DVverse. Not really. Arguments aren't the funnest. They're I mean, healthy discussions of disagreement, sure, but arguments are more like throwing candy and a bunch of kids and seeing who's going to beat each other up. But anyway, that was Jack Tarlad. That was Jack Tarlad, and he's one of the greats. And of course, through Jack Tarlad, I got to get out of that. Through Jack Tarlad, I met Tomby, and I've got to find one of his. I didn't make too many of his stream. Arguing is like my job. We'll do that one. And Tomby's just, I've had him on again. Can I have his stickers? Hey, if you're hungry for one, you can have a mini one. You can have like the fun size Snickers. I don't have enough in my bag though. But anyway, I had Tomby on. I've had Tomby on twice. And Azzy industry, and it not the people in the industry that made the rules. It's lobbyists, possibly. I mean, all I know is that for like the nuclear stuff, man, that's a lot of people that died for that. So, on to Tomby though. That he was through. What was it? He was through Jack Tarlad, and of course, this was from our first stream together. And I hope not too. Okay, there we go. All right. So Tomby and Jack are good people. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Especially. Yes, they are. Okay. But this is from my first one with them. So let's see what we were talking about here. Oh, that's right. Content creators stuck in a trap mindset. All right. And here we go. And again, like I said earlier, yes, you have content creators who have their conversations, but they have it within their circles. And they'll do what they want. They can, tell me to fudge off or whatever. But for me, it's a real disappointment when you have big people who can't even have someone who's starting out, with good intentions, obviously. This person is starting out or whatever. They can't have someone who's, they might have had small startups which are in the realm like comics and stuff, but a content creator alone that's maybe on a certain thing, whether it be politics or whatever, it's just a trapped mindset, and I don't want that. I want to have these conversations, whether they disagree with me or not. I'm up for disagreements, debates, arguments. No go. Yeah, I should have got one with him talking, to be honest. But yeah, that's Tomby on the top there. He's a pretty cool dude, and and I always try to have him on whenever I can. And he's going to come back on next month. But until September starts, I'm not going to say what. So, but yes, that is me and Tomby, and that was from his first stream on. Yeah, that was his first stream on. But let's go and find somebody else I've had on that I haven't talked about. Oh, this dude right here. Oh yes, of course. How can I forget Patty's Parlor Gaming? He's a cool dude in his own right. Now, Patty, I've had on twice so far, and is it twice? Yeah, it's been twice. It's been twice so far, and he's a really good dude. He's a former military. He's building his own D&D type game stuff, and he has a family, and it's just a bunch of different things. The dude is cool. He's a streamer on Rumble, and I was really glad to have him on. I haven't had him recently, but I think it was a month or two ago I had him on. But this is from our first stream together. And what is it? Oh,
That's not true.
okay. Now we can
That's not true. These people that talk about gatekeeping, oh, I bet you gatekeep the women and people of color. It's like, no, you guys gatekeep people all the time. So anyway, when I decided to start streaming, painting my miniatures, writing and drawing my books, it was much less about being an influencer or a content creator, so much as trying to be a good influence. Because there's a lot of people out there that are, they're kind of like treading water in a vast ocean. That's not true. These people that talk.
Yeah, and he's a pretty cool dude. But yeah, it's nice that his thing was, as you just said, to be an influencer rather than a content creator or whatever. Because you have a lot of people. I mean, you have a lot of people out there trying to be an influencer of sort, I think. But at the end of the day, for what he's trying to do, that's not a bad deal. Let's see. Of course, this one I had on. Her name is Jen, and it was the weirdest thing to try to of how I met her. It was I just saw her on a post on Twitter X once, and I DM'd her or post whatever and asked if she'd like to come on, and she said yeah. So I invited her on, and of course she's someone who's been through some rough stuff, and to have gone through that and still turn up on the other side, alive is one thing. But anyway, this is from the first stream. I believe I've had her on twice. I haven't talked to her in a while, but I hope to have her on again sometime in the future. This is a piece from one of our first stream together. And
for example, the Jeffrey Epstein documents, that would not have come out. Jeffrey Epstein's arrest, that would not have come out had the people not gotten loud and demanded it. Ghislaine Maxwell, Harvey Weinstein, these people wouldn't have been held accountable to any degree if we didn't have the massive uproar that we did end up getting. For example, the Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, okay, it's just repeated. I didn't see the bar down there. Goodness. But anyway, she's from she's from her first one, and I did have her on twice. She's a lovely lady, but she's gone through a lot of difficulties with, I believe she was a child of sexual abuse. She also was in a place where she has a kid, and her child was, I believe, what she was saying was being taken away, trying to be taken away by CPS. So there's that story as well. And of course, it's all in the stream that I did with her. But she is a pretty lovely lady, and I hope to have her on again one day. Let's see, another person. Who could I have? I already had him on. Oh, here we go. The lovely Forest Mommy, a beautiful lady. Don't get me wrong, it's just beautiful. But yeah, she's a married lady, but she's a lovely lady. All right, and this is Forest Mommy. She only had her on once. Not sure why I haven't tried to get her back on again, but she's also busy lady because she's in the political realm a bit, so she's kind of busy with that. But regardless, this is from our only stream so far, and I was glad to have her on. So let's give it a watch. I know you probably enjoy doing, live streams and talking to people online, but what do you enjoy beyond the political form factor that you seem to chase?
So I'm in the forest a lot. I really like just being out in nature a ton. I'm down there as much as I can and hiking and all that, like, granola crunchy stuff. Down there, spending time, but I have a sister that lives out here still, spending time with her. Just I write on my own, not for other people to see, but I just write. Well, I write on Twitter too, obviously.
Yeah.
That's all I write. But I keep I have a simple life. I like it.
Yeah, that would be nice for a simple life, but life is not about being simple. It's about dealing with the complexity of life itself. To be honest with you, I've always referred to it as human beings as being simply complex. I mean, and yeah. What's the favorite? Let me take that off the screen a minute. Favorite subject to cover in your discussion so far? You know what? It usually is. It usually is something that I can get someone to talk about, that they want to talk about or they're interested in talking about or whatever. It's a nose being allowed. She's married, so okay, but yeah, she's on Twitter X. But anyway, yeah, to your thing, Jeff. It's more or less to do with the person who's on, to try and find that thing that they enjoy talking about, because that's when it feels like the conversation can really go from there. Sometimes it doesn't last that long, sometimes it does, but when you can have someone come on and you mention something, or there's a nugget of something that they interest, and you come back to it and come to it. Stacy's geek knowledge on nerd culture was Rob 2 would be a good. Yeah, no, I was on the Chinwag once or twice, and I'll just have to find out how I can contact him, because I don't know how to contact him, unfortunately. But yeah, Jeff, it's mostly it has to do with whatever the person begins to enjoy talking about, or when they find something that they laugh at, or just something that just feels like the juices flow. I'm not in anything specific because I don't want to be stuck to that. It's whatever gets the conversation to flow more. It's where the thing comes from. So I guess I didn't really answer your question, but to me, there's not really a favorite subject. It's more of what keeps the conversation going, what seems to interest the other person on the other side of wanting to continue to speak, and all that stuff. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to keep digging until you find that piece of gold. But when you do, you could talk about hours for something like what was it? General duality. And I were talking about health for like the first half an hour or more, just about that, because of course I was lamenting on my high cholesterol ordeal, which I didn't pass, by the way, unfortunately. However, it was just fun to have that conversation of good foods to eat and all that stuff, and what we're trying to do for ourselves and whatnot. Probably just to know, I don't know. Yeah, possibly. But anyway, but yes, it's just the continuation of the conversation. It's more or less. Let's see. I've already. Oh, of course, the ever wonderful lady herself, Libertarian Goth. Obviously, I've had her on twice so far. She is. She's a she's a very independent lady, but she has a. She's just not affected as much by, as what the kids would say, trolling. So she's pretty. She's got some smarts on her, and I believe this one is from our first stream together. And let's see. Oh, I didn't even turn on the noise. Gosh dang it. Oh, that was nice. Okay, now you can hear.
As an overall, how it actually has impacted the world. And I don't say that from like egotistical kind of American standpoint of like, oh yeah, we're the best. You know, we're one of the most impactful nations. And a lot of other nations will say that. Even now, as much as we fund other nations, and I say that unfortunately because I don't like how much money we send out of the country, but I really think that that's a really interesting aspect of our history is that in some ways we have influenced the world.
And boy, don't we, with all the military posts out in different countries. So.
Yeah. So yeah, and we continue to influence the world. Yeah, since our inception, we have influenced the world. As an overall.
Yeah, she definitely is one of a kind. But yeah, she was on, and that of course is only part of a stream. Again, these are just shorts I'm showing you of different people I've had on. I have not made shorts of everyone, but I will try to go to some. I will try to go to some streams and go to that before we end the day out. But yes, this is Libertarian Goth. I've had her on twice so far, and I look forward to any other time I have her on because she is one of a kind. She's got some smarts on her. It's in her name. She's a libertarian, but it's more than that. All right, on to the next person. So I'm on this page. Course. Should I do which one should I do? Time to change behavior. All right, we'll do this one. This is with the lovely Jessica Reloaded. This through her is where I met Jack Tarlad, and I can't remember where I met her from. I've watched her sometimes through as a just a watcher, right, for content creation. But she, the sticky notes. The sticky notes are Rumble rants. So when someone gives a Rumble rant, I put their name on it and the amount, and I just put it up on the wall. There's also those two. Oh no. These right there, right, over there you go. These two right here are membership. So those who become a monthly member, they get those two red looking ones, and those who give rants get notes all over. And I got the idea from a content creator who's following up Side Scroller podcast, and whenever he got like gifted subs or stuff like that, he would put them on a wall, more uniform than I'm doing, obviously. However, I sort of kind of took the idea because someone told me my wall was kind of dull and gray, which which it pretty much is. So they told me I have a little color in the background, and so I figured, well, I wanted to do something to kind of, these people decided to, throw a little money my way and a little remembrance. But I also just kind of put some more color on my wall because I got the complaint. So no, and yeah, thank you. It wasn't to be honest, it was my idea, but I did borrow it from someone else. So let's go to this one. This is with Jessica Reloaded. Now, unfortunately, she is no longer doing. Yeah, I know it's a silly advice. She's no longer doing content creation. She's went to college. Is getting a better deal doing work. So she's working for herself, I believe. But she kind of got tired of all this stuff. So she does have a Twitter X, I think, but I ain't saying nothing. But yes, this is my first and only time with her. I've tried to get on. I've tried to ask her to come on every time after, but then there's always something. So it is what it is. But anyway, this is with her a while back. This is the first and only time, actually.
With men on this 100%. If you can't look at yourself and realize maybe it's something I should do differently, then you're the problem. Sorry to break it to you. You know? See, I saw that. I'm like, it's not the host's fault that I was drunk. It is my fault, the way I conducted myself. And I changed it. And I think a lot of especially females, I see it so much in the female creators. Like, they want to be one with the men, where they'll take super chats to get drunk and stuff. Sorry to break it to you, ladies, but you look like a sloppy whore when you're drunk. You're not as funny as I'm with.
Jeez. I forget that one, but yes, that was with when she was on, and of course there's more context to it because it is just a short from a stream. But again, she had me on one of her shows once, or on a stream with her once, not on my end, but from her end, and it was pretty nice. It was just a sit down thing like this. Where she was asking me all sorts of questions and all sorts of things, right? But no, I hope to have her on again one day, but it's almost an impossibility at this point. So I don't fret about it if it doesn't happen. But yeah, she's very spicy. She's, well, what's the word for it? It's not spicy. It's very headstrong. That's right. She's very headstrong. And she knows what she wants, so to degree, but she's very headstrong and all that stuff. So, but yes, Jessica Reloaded, one of a kind, and I hope to have her on again someday, even though it might be not a possibility. Let's see. Let's go to this next gentleman who I have had on once. And he, Sashian, if you've ever heard of him, he's a pretty cool dude who owns his own, I don't know, video production company. I don't know if that's the right term for it. Anyway, this is the first and only time he's come on so far, and yeah, let me bring it up real quick. Turn the sound on, take it all the way back, all the way. Hot taco. Hot taco. But they're the fun shows. They're the fun shows. Hey, not those kind of shows. All right. Let me go. And all right.
Like I said early in the show, SASTIAN is my online moniker. It's been there since the beginning of time. I do have a company called 7 Talents where we do live stream video production consulting, and soon we'll be announcing a whole new product. So stay tuned for that.
You're one of the talents, right? Because they're selling. You're one.
Yeah. Like I said early in the show, SAST.
Okay. Yeah. So I was right. It was a video production company. I don't know what the special thing was. I don't remember hearing him say anything about it, but I haven't been paying attention. He's a dude who has his own company and he's doing his own thing, but he does stream to Rumble and a few other places as well. So he's a really cool dude, and a very big family man. So I like that. Okay, it is okay, but yeah, I look forward to the day I can have him back on it, because I've only had him on once, and it's very rare. He's a busy guy. Let's just say that he's a busy guy, but I will try to reach out to him again. And this next one here, of course, is one of my favorite people as well, is the awesome Panda Sub 2000. Now, I've had him on twice, and there will be another time he comes back on, but that will be next month. And so this one, I believe, is from our first, because he was on a secondary time. And of course, the dude he is a hard worker, doesn't stop, train. And yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, okay, don't be like that. Okay, let me show. This is from our first stream, just so you know.
Opportunity to get the world's biggest celebrity on my show, let's say as an interview, or someone that I just really, really like and appreciate with one sub, I will easily go with the one sub, because I have no interest, for me personally, quite stupidly, I'm more interested in the great conversation that I want to have, and making that kind of content that just makes me happy. And I figure if I can make me happy, then whatever audience I've built then I'm always true and genuine to that audience. Because what I like is most likely what they like. If I had an
Yeah. Have you seen someone with a cooler helmet? I don't think he's wearing a helmet. So no, he doesn't have the helmet on. But anyway, that was from our first stream. And Panda Sub is a really, really cool dude. He actually, out of the goodness of his heart, he helped make my placeholder video. So the placeholder video you see on the Rumble side at the beginning of the show, or leading up to the beginning of the show, he had helped build. Part of it was from someone else, but he helped build the rest, and it's pretty awesome that he did that. And he didn't, he's just one cool dude, and I appreciate him for it. But anyway, yeah, he's great, and that was from our first stream, and he did come on a second one, but I haven't made anything from that yet. Let's see. Of course, the next gentleman, of course, that I'm having show up is, his name is okay. So his name is Daniel. Oh, hold on, I got to bring him up. Anyway, this dude's name is Daniel Romano, and I saw him. I can't remember. I saw him on someone else's stream that was following at the time, and oh, thank you, Last Man Jeff. Rick, I hope and pray you grow in wisdom and honor, finding success and purpose in your work. God's blessing you, and I look forward to your seeing channel. Well, thank you, sir, and of course, you're always welcome back to come on. Which, if you stick around, I will try to go to our. Stream together. But anyway, this is with Daniel Romano. Now give me a second. Oh, all right. I'll give you a second. Oh, gosh dang. Jeez. All right. Hold on. What? Oh, goodness. See, it's $10. All right. $10, 10. And then Alaska Man Jeff. There you go. There. Now you got your own note. All right, I'll put it up later, okay? Usually I put them up after the show. But anyway, yes, this gentleman on here is Daniel Romano. He is a big Star Wars fan. Not Star Wars fan, I apologize. He's a big Power Rangers fan. And he, and I was glad to have him on, although I had to port it through Brave Call in order to have him on. But anyway, let's this is the only time we've had him on.
You want to see me at C2E2 with Amy, Joe, and David Yost? I'll be there. I won't be at their table, but you'll see me walking around and stuff like that.
Have you gotten to meet them before? Talk to them?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that would make sense. If you at least work with Jason once, you at least have maybe not. I don't know. I'm not in the business, so I wouldn't know how that stuff works. But awesome that you did get that opportunity, because a lot of people's, I would say a chunk of people's passions doesn't get them there, but usually they create their own thing that over time it's just like they go their own way. But for you to enjoy the show as a kid, grow up with it, and then get that opportunity to kind of work in it like a small bit, that's a dream some don't get to fulfill.
If you want to see me at C.
And yeah, well, my mistake was I thought he actually worked in the industry, and he doesn't, but he is making his own fan films, and so I guess in a way that kind of made sense, but not really. So sorry, Daniel, but yes, Daniel's a pretty cool dude. He's very passionate about the Power Rangers. You ask him anything about Power Rangers, and he'll know right off the bat. And he's made some stuff too, so he's a really cool dude. But this is my only stream I've had with him so far. So hopefully I can have him on again. It's just been a while. All right, next page over. I think, yeah, we're getting to almost at the beginning of it. So this one, of course, if anyone knows, is with. If you've never seen this guy, let's go with this one. Is of course Silver Fox. Now, I did only have Silver Fox on once. The guy is tough enough to get on anyway, but I was grateful enough and sort of lucky enough that I was able to just kind of grab his attention and say, "Hey, would you like to come on?" Blah blah blah, and I've been spewing out the shorts I've done with him, or shorts from the stream I've done with him, out there, and of course, he's a brash. He seems like a brash guy, but he's very stand on his principles sort of thing, like his convictions, stand on his convictions sort of thing. So I wouldn't say I would speak back to my expanded and from him, and so my, well, it's his stream, his choosing. Don't know what to tell you about that. But he is. Hold on, I gotta bring it up. Why didn't I not bring it up? All right, here we go. Share. And yeah, and the funny thing is when I was doing these shorts, the AI would always keep picking up the Michael Scott picture in the background, and always said it like 3 different people. So I had to keep resetting it to split it between us because it kept picking up that as a face. I'm like, that's it's like I can't. I can't let it keep going. So, but anyway, this is from the only stream I've had on with him. Again, he is a very principled guy who stands on his stuff and it doesn't give a fudge, that sort of person. So, and here we go.
I think he's underrated as an actor. I think because he's funny, people kind of don't look at it as good acting. But when you look at that character in The Office, and he, as funny as he was, no one else could do it like that. Like I think he's underrated just as an actor in general. I think he's underrated.
I didn't know it was that short. Ugh. But yeah, that was a fun time to have him on. And of course, dang it. My bed appeared. Oh, gosh dang it. My room portion is picking up on the left side. Why didn't I? Oh goodness, it's too late now. I've already erased the stream. Gosh dang it. But yeah, it was a fun time to have him on. Even though I know Geek and some other people have issues, but at the end of the day, he is a guy who knows what he wants, does what he wants, and says what he wants. Says what he wants, and doesn't give a crap, so to speak. So he's mostly on just the most I do. He does have a YouTube, but because of how YouTube treated him, he's not done very much with it. So, but yeah, that's Silver Fox, and it's not been very many. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to. Actually, I'm at the first page. Gosh dang it. Okay, so and then before we get off the shorts factor, yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. You can be banned for anything off someone's stream. So sometimes you will never get an answer. Unfortunately, we all have to, you have to live with that sometimes. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's if you're on someone's stream and you're modding for them, and they kind of say, like can you just whatever, either you're the mod of their stream or you're not a mod. And that's the only two choices you get. So let's look at one last person because I've put a lot of one person, but not a lot of many people. So this is, of course, no, I swear I had Zora on here somewhere. Where? I swear I put some of. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is from the first stream I ever had, and this was with Zora. And this I used I was using Brave Call and OSB because at the time I wasn't going to pay $25 a month to use stinking StreamYards, and it just Rumble Studios hadn't been even put out yet. So but this was my first stream with her. I did another stream, but it's been hard to even try to get her back on. So let's give it a look. She's a lovely lady. Here we go.
Life is a risk.
I would say that's a worthwhile risk to take. If the truth would ruin something, it deserves to be ruined by it.
Especially since.
But
you have an
there
idea.
is an art to communication, and you shouldn't be harsh. You shouldn't be overly harsh with people. You should learn to like communicate in a way that also considers that other people have feelings at the
Right.
same time. So there's like a balance there. Yeah.
And balance in life is like walking on a tightrope between the twin towers, and you have one slip away from falling to your death. That's a risk.
It's true. Very true. But yes, this is Sora. She's from the first conversational chat I ever had. It wasn't even called Darachat then. It was just whatever. I just put Darachat because of whatever. But yeah, it was lovely to have her on. Maybe one day I can have her back on, but she doesn't answer the call of Gondor, as one would say. But I will show one more person because I haven't shown you yet. But this is Divinity. She's one of the first. Too bad. Hey, Abe, how are you doing, good sir? How are you doing? Too bad, yeah. This is from Divinity, and I've been following her show for a while. I haven't seen it. No. I've got to bring it up. And there we go. So this is one of the newer shorts. Again, I try to take as many shorts as possible from one person's stream. And it might be to my own detriment, but I do want to try to share these people's thoughts and opinions about the world. And Divinity is no different. So let's give a listen to the one, the only Divinity 143.
The thing that we help create sees this, rule set that we were given a long time ago as just parchment and ink. Who's going to save you? Right. Who's going to help you? That's
that's why I love that. So only in the last 10 years, more like 8 years, have I got back to religion and had a relationship with Jesus. I'm so thankful for that, because I do find that rest where you said we're in the world, but not of the world. That's where it's like, thank God I know who I serve, because there's no being moved. Yeah, it might suck. It might get rough, but thankfully I'm just a foreigner. You know what I mean? I'm just traveling through. Whatever happens, happens.
Get your card stamped.
Here's my paperwork. So yeah, no, I feel like if you either going to bow to God or you're going to bow to the government.
It was a pretty nice time to have her on. But yeah, it's just a snippet from a whole conversation, and she's probably one of the first, like Zora, and it was fun to have her on. All right, well, that's pretty much all the shorts I have on my end, because I haven't put a lot. I just put too much of one person up to get from whatever. But I'm going, since the honorable Alaska Man Jeff. Sounds like she wants to know. Well, it's more like a question asking others rather than herself, because she already knows her answer. And she's already stated it, but for everyone else, it's different. Let's go to the one, the only Alaska Man Jeff. I figured since we're here, and we'll start heading off shortly. Wanted to, since he decided to be oh so kind and donate, I've got to try to find him. Oh, here he is. I've got to try to find a spot. All right. Trying to find a good spot. Trying to see. So here we go. All right. Sure. Alaska Man Jeff, sure. But I'll show a little snippet of the Alaska Man Jeff. He's a pretty cool dude. All right, here we go.
What made it sad? The more money he got, the more cruel he got, the more cold he got. And I'm glad I got a chance to see inside that.
You can see,
because
and you can see how my wall has just this many post-it notes, and look at it now. Oh, look at my wall now. Don't you remember the early days where my wall had nothing on it, and now barely had anything at all, and now it just has so much?
it gave me a chance to know that dark side without having to walk that path myself.
Right.
It scares me. It truly does scare me what happens with these places, with some of these channels.
Yeah. You know, Alaskaman Jeff, whenever you speak, I feel like you're about to read me a story, and you give me this wonder with your face and your words, and I feel like a Shakespearean play is going to come on, and we're about to get down and boogie with we're about to get down and boogie with Shakespeare himself. But anyway, just like, I haven't made a short of this stream yet, but I thought I wanted to share this bit because that's Alaskaman Jeff for people who don't know. But yes, that is a whole assortment of people I know, right? Like here, I'll just show my live stuff. Once upon a time in Alaska, write it down, do it, write it down, Jeff, write it down. You've already got your book. Just do it. So anyway, this is my back end of all the lovely people I had on, starting from the general duality. Look at all these amazing people. Some have been on before, like Rants and Nibs, and some people are new, like Eggman 92, of course, the Common Nerd, Words of Paradise, and so many others, like 31 of 60 of 204. That's a lot. And again, it's 100 different people. And so I don't think I wouldn't be here without all these amazing, different, wonderful people. Some who've only been on once and some who've been on multiple times. And I am appreciative of all of you. I know, wrong place. Once upon a time we annexed Mexico and enslaved Canadians. Well, that time is no longer as is. But yes, I did want to share at least some of those people with you because, again, those people I have on, whether they be returning or whether they be someone new, they are the focus of why I do this show. All the stuff like, the likes and follows and whatnot and stuff like this is all a bonus to the real thing of having communication, having conversation with other people, and just seeing where it goes. I felt I didn't see it from other content creators. Are you sure about that? Well, I mean, I would hope so with having 100 different people on. Why did I do that? But anyway, it has been my honor. No, all the people who've come on as guests and continue for the Dara's Hangout stream, Dara's Hangout Den. All of you honor me by coming on because you guys. Yes, I could do this thing by myself. Probably would barely be the shortest show ever, to be honest. I probably imagine I'd have to start making something up every time, but to have 100 different people on, to get 100 different people's perspective on life itself or different facets of it, to see if they're similar or different, to see the disagreements, to see all these things. Whether or not we're on the same page, it doesn't matter. What it is, those that we're able to come together and have a conversation about whatever. And for 100 different people, I thank you. I don't know what the rest of the year will be. I'm going to try to keep going till... hey, it's the Kills. How you doing? Good, sir? I'm not sure how many more people I will have at the end of the year, but I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying, either bringing back old people on, returning people, or new people. And there's so many other people out there that it's just insane that content creators don't take that up. Don't take up. It's a bit of a risk. It's a bit of a risk, but it's a sad bit that I don't see many take up on, and just invite somebody on. I've been on a few other people's shows, not by very much, to be honest, but a few, and to have that ability to not only be a guest but to have them on as a guest is truly something, and I appreciate all of you for it, because I didn't start out this way. I didn't start out doing all this conversational stuff. I was doing like reviewing, making videos of reviewing movies, and doing gaming and all this stuff. I do what I can, Alaska Man Jeff. I do what I can. I don't want to brag about anything, because again, it's part of the being humble. However, it's just taking something I didn't see very many do, and then bringing forth is something that just has exploded into its own right. And how long it'll go, I don't know. I'm hoping it will carry till ad infinitum, because of how many different people there are on these streaming platforms. And we'll see. Well, I will definitely see. But you all get to be a part of that. Whether you're or not you want to, that's a different thing. But anyway, guys, it's the top of the hour, and of course, you know how it goes, right? So, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Rumble, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, a share, a follow, or a comment, one of it, all of it, doesn't matter. All I'm asking for is a little help with the engagement factor, right? Because we know how it goes, we know how the system plays, blah, 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 same old song. However, the engagement factor helps to be seen more by others, which also in turn can turn into having more different people on. Again, it's I still have to go out there. I still have to ask them, come on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the day, I'm still willing to do it, because I get to meet all of you to some form or fashion, and we get to share in this sort of journey of life thing and get to have fun with it. So anything with the engagement on either Rumble or YouTube helps. And of course, if you'd like to know where to find the rest of my stuff, or if you'd like the same opportunity as these wonderful people that I've shown, some of them, of course, I didn't show all of them because I didn't have all those shorts, go down to my link down below. Yes, funny story, Seistian actually bought, I believe he was on a second time, Seistian bought a website of my name, and so he has linked that website to my link tree, which links to all my other stuff. And so Seistian, I thank you for that. I don't know what it costs yearly or whatever to run a website, but when the time comes, talk to me so I can see how much that cost is. But besides that point, that link will link to my link tree, which will link to my other places, Twitter X, Discord, emails where to contact me at, and then of course my Rumble and YouTube to see all my other stuff. But yes, anything that helps with engagement, and if you'd like to be on or see where all my stuff is at, there's a link down below. And I appreciate you all for being here. I've heard this actual yeah. I will try. Blip blop. Actual Jesus. I heard this. Abe, if that's not you, that's pretty cool. If not, that's still pretty awesome. That's pretty funny. Don't get me wrong. Possibly. You might want to talk to him though. Abe, you got someone asking for you. I'm just waiting for the back and forth discussions. Like, I'm not sure if that's Abe behind that or if it's something else. I'm not sure it's actual Jesus, but we can certainly find out together. Oh, if you don't know, Abe is from the Tommy side, and he's been on a few chin wags, or he's been on all of them, I would think. Haven't you, Abe? Have you been on some of them or all of them? Anyway, he's an English dude himself, and he does these Jesus type memes on the YouTube side, and it's been hilarious. Some of them little off color, but there are a few hit and runs. I can't remember them though, but there have been a few hit and runs, and it's been funny when he does it. But Abe is a cool dude, and I hope to have him on one day, even though he's said sorta, he's been like, maybe I'll come on. But we'll see. I blessed him with a colossal. God dang it, Abe. God dang it. He speaks ill of my works. And he speaks ill of your works, actual Jesus. I can't believe this is a thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, keep it up. Keep it up, Abe. Keep it up. If you made that account just for that, Abe, I gotta give you a hand. I gotta give you a hand for that. That is too funny. That is too funny. Oh my goodness, Abe, you're gonna give me an early heart attack. But no, he's from the Tommy side, and he's been it's sort of like Steve. I haven't seen Steve in a while though, but he works late. That dude works late. He tries to come on here, and he does stop by, which is great. I'd rather him stop by than him staying for too long and tell me how deathly sleepy he is. I'm like, dude, go to bed. Just go to bed, Steve. Just go to bed. Get your rest. It's late there in the UK. It's so it's 8-ish here, and so it's about 5 hours ahead. So they're about 1:15, maybe. No, I think it is. Yeah, your little smiley face right there kind of reveals you. But yes, it's a 1:50, around 1:15 in the UK, and I don't know how some of these people are still up that late, but it's getting dry. But regardless, I do appreciate all who come and watch, because even if nobody was watching, I'd still be doing this thing. It'd just be a lot quieter, because you guys do make some noise. Some of you like to make a little too much noise and be a little rude about it, but I enjoy you all the same. Even if I'm not like the best person in the world, there's so many other content creators that are know how to work the system better than I do. But I do appreciate all who come and watch. Like maybe one day I'll have 100 people watching me all together. Who knows? But I started planting the tree not too long ago, and it has bore some fruit, and you all are part of it, and that's pretty awesome. But yes, I don't know if actual Jesus, you'll need to tune your eyes away. But just to show you, this is the. Oh, I gotta erase some things before I show it first. Hold on. I gotta erase some. Gotta erase yesterday's guest that was here, and of course, Dab Killer couldn't come on. He got sick and just couldn't make it. So, but that leaves for tomorrow's guest, which tomorrow's guest is gonna be a VTuber. I didn't think I'd get another VTuber on, but here we are. It's gonna be awesome. But anyway, this is what September is shaping out to be right here. There you go. That's the beginning of September right there. That's a lot of people. Sleeping is for the weak. Hey. If you're gonna be doing an actual Jesus and then mention a devil, I need an actual devil one too. Don't go flip-flopping like this. Come on. little week over here trying to do this. No, get the actual devil to say. Get the actual devil to say that. You slob. No, slacker. You slacker. But anyway, this is what September is shaping up to be. I still have some days left. Might have a point. Yeah, I bet he does, Abe. I bet he does. Hey, you know what? You might want to bring up actual devil too and see how that one goes. If he actually does make one, I'm gonna be laughing my head off. But yeah, so I figured I'd share that with you guys because some of them are new, some of them are returning, and all of them are going to be awesome to have on. And of course, like always, I'll have that schedule up. But because this weekend is a holiday weekend, now it's going to be a little different, but I'm not going to have it's not going to be full of everything. The weekend's just going to be shorts or whatever. But on Labor Day, I am actually going to have someone on who is from Kick. And I've been, I was able to talk to him, on Twitter. I was able to get him on. But there's a gentleman who streams, I think he streams exclusively to Kick. And so I'll be having him on Labor Day. And of course, the schedule will be on Sunday for that. But I'm looking forward to having these cross platforms, cross genre, niche things, areas, because it's a fun time in doing this stuff with other people and just having them on and breaking down those walls of platform separation and all that stuff. Because we all know how that goes and all that bias thinking and whatnot. However, what was I going to say? I lost my thought. But no, I do appreciate everyone who comes and stops by because at the end of the day, you guys help keep this machine running. And I know there are a ton of other people you keep watching right now, but your time is much appreciated. So, but with that regard, I am going to leave a little early this time. Usually I can go an hour or a little more depending on, but since the guests didn't show up, and I did just want to just share the, many different people I've had on, and just to reminisce about those people has been a great time. So anyway, like I said, guys, any help with the engagement is much appreciated, and dropping money all over the floor, coinage, and of course, if you want to come on or if you want to find out where my stuff is at, my link is down below. It's the only link down there, so if you're having trouble finding it, I think you might need glasses. Hey, Mr. R. Unfortunately, Mr. R, we're kind of closing up shop. So, or I'm kind of closing up shop. You guys aren't closing up shop. I'm closing up shop. Because it's going to be a wonderful weekend. And of course, like I said, I'll be having on, what's my calendar? I'll be having on my guest. Yeah, I'm like, no worries. You can always watch the replay. Good. I hope so. And if actual Jesus stops by, you better listen. Late alert. Oh, is this sort of like the lunk alert from Planet Fitness where someone drops a weight and they do that siren? Yeah. But no, tomorrow at 7 p.m., of course, is the Pay It Forward stream. I know most of you are going to be streaming to some degree because it is Friday. But then once the Pay It Forward stream is done, I will have on the other person, Akuma Miko is the VTuber, and she'll be my guest tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a fun and interesting time. Again, I've had a few VTubers on, some from Rumble themselves, and I hope I don't know why this is partly raised off. And I hope that having all these different people on will have you curious enough to go check them out, see if they're worth your time, and if they're worth a follow, Give it to him. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you all. I thank you all. And don't think Darachat would be the same if it was just me throughout the whole thing. Yes, I will admit I do like it when the channel grows and when I can see more people come on and stuff. But I know at the end of it, I'm sticking to my guns on what is the importance of the channel and why I do it. Because again, I'm not trying to get too hungry on the manner. That no must have more views, must have more this, that, and this. No, you guys, whatever you can help with, I appreciate it. And whatever you can help with in the engagement factor, I appreciate it. And I look forward to the many more people who have been that will return, and I look forward to the many people who will be new and coming on, and we'll have a great time. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you all so much. And let me get the thing. And as you all know, oh wait, that's right. There's no questions asked. Well, I'll just pull one question out of the hat. Let's do that before we leave. Let's pull one question out of the hat. I wonder who else. Look, there he is, Abe. He's right there. Actual Jesus is right there. Abe, you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk. Actual Jesus, Abe. Abe is a lost soul. He needs your help, Jesus. You might want to help him. You too, ask me, Jeff. Well, you know what? Since there's no one here, there's no guest. I'll pick one random question out of the hat, and I'll try to answer it to my best of my abilities. So just because I'm not gonna do the two thing because there was no guest. This is a special thing, so don't get yourself all wadded up. Okay. Let's see. What's the question I will pull out for myself? Something civilly easy. Okay. Here is the question I will ask myself, and I will answer. And I will answer it honestly to the best of my abilities. But I gotta open it first. Let's see. What does it say? What is it? What does it say? It says, what sound noise do you hate? Ooh. Ooh, there's too many. There is too many. Oh, there's too many. What's the sound or noise I actually hate? Oh man. It's hard to choose one when there's a bunch that they just I've already got my knickers in a twist. Oh dear Lord, here's Abe. What's the loud noise or sound I hate? I'm trying to think of one of them because I think one of the worst ones, right? And I've heard this some too, is chewing with your mouth open, right? Come on. Look, guys, I mean, I know I've done it on accident before, okay? But when you're eating, right? When you're eating and you're like, don't, come on. I don't need to hear you chew your food. I don't need to sound like I'm right there with my ear next to your mouth. Just like, oh yeah, keep doing it. No, come on. Keep your mouth closed when you're chewing your food, please. I mean, come on. It's no. You don't like sound like anyone should sit next to. Seriously. Like, keep your mouth closed. Especially. I'm trying to. What did I drop that penny at? I'll find it later. The sound of Abe talking. Wow. Jesus. That actual Jesus. That's just wrong. That's not right. I thought we were supposed to forgive and forget their actual Jesus. Goodness sake. You know, the show's gone off the rails when I'm talking to the same person with two different accounts. Oh, that's too funny. Oh my goodness. But yes, when one chews with their mouth open is a sound I dislike because it's just why? Whose attention are you trying to get? Really? Whose attention are you trying to get? Doesn't make any sense. But all right, guys. Now I'm ending it. Jeez. before Abe and actual Jesus start getting to a fight. Oh, there goes. There it just started. Oh, Yeah, no. Can you believe it when they chew with their mouth open? Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Yeah, no, and thank you for coming, Mr. R. And I look forward to again I next month I'll be having my Dara's Hangout Den, and once September comes around, let's leave it once the schedule for Sunday comes around for next week, I will post who will be joining me for my Dara's Hangout Den. And of course, if you haven't heard, in November, I will be doing my own Rumble Roundtable, but I've called it Rumble Squared, or let's pull up what the picture's going to look like. It's not going to look exactly like that, but it is definitely going to have that look. Here we go. So this is what the look of Rumble Squared would look like. It's not exactly. There's some people who have been very kind who are working on giving a look, but this is what I'm going for Rumble Squared, and that's gonna be my my take on Rumble Roundtable. It'll be a little more formal, or might try to, but the thing of it is that with the people there, we can discuss of what works and what doesn't work for just for the Rumble Squared, and that will build and whatever to help make it better for the next group, because it will be 7 people. It will be for around 2 hours. It can go over, but I want to keep it around because it's the weekend and I want people to be able to enjoy their time. But it will be around 7 people, around 2 hours. And it will be a great time talking about Rumble stuff. It will be streamed to both platforms. And we stream, I'll just be us whizzing ourselves out. I look forward to it, especially when I know what kind of a troublemaker you are. But yes, this will be my take on Rumble, on a Rumble Roundtable. And I hope you all will be there for that. I don't know when in November, so don't ask. I'm still trying to get a better logo, but that's at least an idea of what logo will look like, because it's Rumble Squared, or the power to 2 or whatever. But anyway, guys, yeah, no, and I thank you for that, sir. But anyway, I think unpin it. Thank you. Anyway, thank you all for being here so much. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then at 8 p.m. Eastern, my guests will come on. I hope to see you all there. If not, have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your night. And let me get to I pressed the wrong thing. No, studio, then media. All right. But as you know, I end the show with One Day With You by Pogo. And yes, I get content ID'd by the company that he put it through, but I don't give a rat's behind because I enjoy Pogo's music. And Pogo, if you're out there, if you ever see this, I'd like to have you on one day just to talk about whatever. It doesn't have to talk about why you left or what you're up to. Just let's talk about whatever. Hopefully. One Day With You. Bye, Pogo. Have a great night, everyone. And remember, tomorrow's not a guarantee, but the day can be oh so much fun. Have a great night, guys. Bye.